choice but to accept it. And that's what I remember about her the most. And that will never leave. She will always be my sister slash auntie slash mother slash grandmother.
Beautiful.
Whatever figure of authority that will make you sit down and shut up, that's her. That is her.
That's right.
And she didn't have to raise her voice. She didn't have. You knew. Okay, she had to let you know that something might not sound right. You might need to go and check that. She'll tell you to check that. You know, she was kind of sort of nice about it, depending on the way you were and what you were saying. You could tell that she had a flip mode, but you never saw it. You never saw it. And one of the most beautiful memories that I will ever have of the sister was the way she behaved toward other people that walk this planet. She was a true, if you ever wanted to know what a living queen was about, then you would have had to have met her, and you would have no doubt that you understood what a queen was, because she was every bit of it and some more. Thank y'all for listening.
Peace and light.
Peace and light.
Travel light. I'm a musician, performing artist. You know, they say, one impression can make a lasting impression. There's one moment really, first time I met her was at one of the events I went. I think it was
Dr. Cobb.
Cabo, right? So I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to perform, and it was on a part where everybody kind of mingles and go to different vendors. So it's a lot of going on. But she was sitting front row, sitting there, and she never she listened to everything I had to say, and I could tell that I can see her responding in ways to certain things, and as an artist and as a person that you have to get up in front of people, that means a lot,
Right.
So as soon as it was over, I just had to go up to her, and I don't even know if I even knew that was the queen at the time, but I walked up to her and I hugged her, I told her thank you for and just her energy was just so nurturing, I didn't know that she was ill or anything at the time, but her energy definitely wasn't ill. She was strong. Her presence was just, and I'm just thankful that I got opportunity to have that, and I'm better late than never, I couldn't even imagine being able to understand the magnitude, hearing other people speak without having that experience myself. So that one experience, of just hugging me and just, really appreciating what I had to say is one that I always cherish, and it brought me into this, as I say, brother, you're a mentor for me, and I feel like that's what she would want, because she just seemed like once you get close enough, now it's time for you to step into your work, to do things, not to just be a fly on the wall, but to be somebody that's there to work and to do what you can with what God has given you. So,
That's right. That's right.
thank you.
Peace.
My name is Jeff Wilson. I'm from Fernandina Beach, Florida, born and raised. The word that sticks out to me with your mother, with your wife, is nurturing, what he said. Very nurturing, very loving person. It was almost a treat to come see her at the masjid. And when she was selling, she wasn't going to sell you something unless it was for you.
Whoa.
She'll put down something that was more expensive, said, no, you need this because it looks better. And that's the thing that I appreciated. She was a woman that if you had a girlfriend, or if you had a wife, you want to compare, okay, does that match up?
Yes.
Because that's the type of woman she was. That's the type of person she was.
Right.
And I love her. She was just so sweet. And when I saw her, she would always ask about my parents.
She sure did.
How are you? How's your mother doing? How's your father?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give them the greeting. So that meant a lot. And I think not the last time I saw her, but you brought her to the beach.
Yes.
Yeah,
In
came
front of
to-
your house.
Right, came to the
Exactly.
house, and I didn't know she was sick because she did it with courage.
She sure did.
You know,
bro. She sure
And
did.
you know, she in my mind, when I think of that, I think that, you know, she embraced the promise that God had given us all. So there was no fear. So that's what I really appreciated. It was just like, you know, this is part of the process. And she just dealt with it that way. Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Giving honor to the God that I serve and the God that you serve as well. I want you to know that Sister Sharif was a spiritual advisor for me. See, I'm a civil rights movement kind of sister, radical in my mindset, but aggressive, tenacious, and all of that. And she was all of that to me. She brought out the best in me. And I've been working in the system for over 55 years of community service and community development. That's all I know, taking care of my people. Now, if we're all about that, then I'm in. Whether they're good, bad, and different, we have to be there for them. And she was the type of sister that reminded me of my mission in this revolution. Because her leadership balanced me out, you know, sort of gave me more spiritual and took the radical out. Because I was the Bible and the gun kind of sister, you know, black and I'm proud. But once you learned from her, it was a lesson that you never forgot. You know, because working in a system where the bureaucracy is set up against my people, and I have to figure out a way to serve them in spite of. She was there for me. And she loved my husband too.
She sure did.
We were a dynamic duo
Dude,
like
go
they
ahead. Go ahead.
are, still are,
Go ahead.
even
Go
though
ahead.
she's not here.
That's right. That's right.
So all I can say is that she met me in my work at Edward Waters. I've been there now 26 years going on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I've known her since the early 2000s. And I probably wouldn't be standing the way I am right now if I didn't draw upon the strength that I know that she always gave me. She made me feel that I was important to my people. And I needed to get up every day even if I didn't feel like it. Because God is going to bless you.
That's
And
right.
she always said it's never about the money.
She sure did.
Because we don't need money to love each other
Right. That's right.
and to be together
That's right.
and to learn to work with the enemy in a spiritual way. So every day I walk the walk of community development as one of the queens that had an opportunity to stand beside her
Go ahead.
and
sis.
have
Go
some
ahead.
intimate time with her.
Go ahead.
She would come into the computer class, you know, and give Miss Rawls and Miss Brown some time.
She sure
But I didn't have to worry about my time. Because I knew if I went upstairs in the computer class, we were going to be together and I could love on her. But it was that time where she dwelled in my office and blessed it and prayed for me. Hanging them, see, because they need you. And she made me feel real special. And I'm feeling it now. And it's not about you loving me or liking me, because God loves me.
That's it.
And that's all that's important. And I know she's here. I know Mr. Heath is here.
That's right.
And I'm going to step out Tomorrow I'm tired. I've been going for the last 10 days. But my sister worked when she was sick.
Go ahead. She showed it.
And she worked when she was well. And she always lifted me up. I couldn't look at you right away. But I want you to know you have to walk in that light too.
That's right.
Because we have to stand for our young sisters and brothers that are coming up. We have to show them what a real woman looks like.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
You know,
ahead.
and I had a husband that loved me.
Go ahead.
I know what it feels like to be loved
Go
by
ahead.
a black man.
Go ahead.
You know, and I don't have any desire for another.
Go ahead.
Oh, that
Come on now.
part.
Come on.
And I say I love you, and let's keep on loving on her. And every time she have a birthday, I have a birthday.
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Miss Heath.
Yes, sir.
I do.
I'm Rosalind Rawls, and she's already sort of let you in on the fact that I work with her at the center. And I got an opportunity to meet Miss Adilah when she came up for computer training. She would say how much run you. And she said, I got to learn a little bit more. And as I listen to everybody, and every time I think about Miss Adilah, it brings a smile to my face. Because that's what you saw. Yes. When you saw her.
You're right.
If she was working, helping to work you through something, I'm gonna come up here so everybody will turn around. When she was helping us to work through something, she still had a smile on her face.
Come on now. Come on.
She could tell you, like some people have said before, she could tell you off and you didn't know what happened. She could give you the guidance you need. And even if you had been already consulting with God about what it was you were trying to do, He would make that connection with what she was saying and what you were thinking about what you were trying to work through. And you know by that she was a woman of God. That was her. I spent time with her at the center, and I spent time at the house sometime. I'd come by. And I had to not come by the house a lot because her diet had changed and she wasn't supposed to eat eat crabs. And I love crabs, so I wouldn't go around there because I didn't want her to tempt me or me to tempt her to go and get some. So I started communicating off a distance like, so I wouldn't get her nor me in trouble. But Miss Adilah, and I've heard it from everybody that has already spoken, she met you with a smile.
Sure did.
She give you or help to develop your smile.
Come on now.
And when you left her, things look brighter. Now, it may, some things she might have said, like the preachers will say when they preach it, you'll get this tomorrow, or you'll get this next week. But some of those seeds that she had planted, they was going to grow some. If you didn't get them right then, you had a sort of, it had to come to you in a vision, and it had to develop to the point where it needed to be for you to get through and to what you needed to get to and through. I thank God for the opportunity to have worked with her. She helped me business-wise. You too. They helped me to develop because I can make things, but I'm not a salesperson.
Oh, go ahead, sis. Go ahead now.
Miss Heath helps me with expanding my borders because I can't sell it. I have a girlfriend. If I can get to take her to a show, we have a great show. She can talk anybody into buying whatever it is. And she's gonna engage them. And that's the important thing. You gotta get people engaged. And that's what Miss Adilah did. She engaged us. She gave us what we needed, whether it was spiritual, whether it was health-wise. She shared what she had to help us. And I miss my buddy. I can look at a picture. When I look at the pictures of her, I can smile. It was just her. All the time. Peace and happiness. And she helped. I haven't heard anybody that has met her say that she did not help them in some manner.
That is true.
She gave of herself
That's right.
in whatever situation she was in.
That's right.
And I'm just grateful to have an opportunity to be here. And as I started looking around the room at the different pictures, I'm having some flashbacks. And they're not bad flashbacks, they're good ones.
Yes, yes.
Because that was a queen that helped me. And she still does, because certain things I'll be working on and she just pops in my mind.
and then I can move forward to the next thing. Thank you for the opportunity. Love you all.
Thank you.
And you know, love you. Okay? And I love Miss Adilah.
Yes, me too.
I'm still right there like everybody else did. Hello, my name is Taisha, and Abdullah's oldest daughter.
Yes, yes.
I met her, I would say 2006, when I came down to Georgia. Me and my dad's relationship was kind of rocky, but we fixed it.
Oh, God bless.
And he was like, "You want to go on a road trip?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." You know. So we came down to Jacksonville, and I met her. She had a smile that literally lit up the room. You know. And I'm standing there, not knowing anybody, and she's like, "You okay, baby?" I was like, "Yes." She's like, "Come with me." So I went with her, and she gave me some bean pie. And I was eating it, and she's like, "You want some more?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Well, take some home anyways." You know. So I was like, "Okay." And so sometime later, I was like, "Dad, can we go to Jacksonville?" He was like, "Yeah." So we get in the car, we come down, we'll sit with her, me and her will talk, and that's when you had the store, and she was like, "Go get the hot one." No, not that perfume, the hot one. Go, get 3 of those. It's okay. And to this day, I still enjoy White Diamond. That's the first one that she gave me.
Wow.
You know, and knowing that she passed away, I cried because I wanted her to meet my daughter. But I'm okay with knowing that her family
Yes.
can meet her,
That's
her
right.
friends can meet her,
That's right.
and that she can know the
That's
queen
right. That's right.
through all of us.
That's right.
Thank you.
Oh, amen.
You know,
Ma, you going?
what's gonna
You want me to speak for you, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta stay right here. That was my grandma. She's truly missed. I feel like it's hard because I have to be strong for both of them.
That's right.
But I miss her. The last time she came to my house, she told me that she actually ran away to go build my granddaddy. I said, "Grandma, you ran away?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Grandma, you was wilding." She said, "Yeah, I was wilding." She said, "But your granddaddy told me he was gonna get me and he was gonna take care of me, and he did." And I miss her so much. But somebody said it about nurturing and words, and since then I've now joined college.
Go ahead.
And I write with purpose.
Yes.
And because of her and because of her strength, 2 terms, 4.0 GPA, I'm on the president's list. And I wouldn't have did it if it wouldn't have been for her. And I know she would be so proud of me.
That's right.
She would be so proud. But I love you, Grandma, and I'm going to be strong for these 2.
Beautiful. I'm gonna say something about that runaway. Because really, you know, I'm gonna give my confession. It was a bluff that I did, and she called it out. Really, I said, "If you love me, you know," 'cause I was staying with my aunt. I said, "If you love me," I said, "Listen," I said, "You know, you know, we'll run away, and we go out on the south side, and we stay with my other aunt, and then she came to the door with her stuff." And I wanted to chicken out.
She said that too. She said that too.
I really wanted to chicken out because I was a person that she knew I had issues with running around. So what she did, she said, "Well, listen," she said, "Now, if I leave home, I'm not going back." And so I said, "Okay." Then we went on the south side of my aunt's house and we stayed there. Now, this what happened. When it came nighttime, I wanted her to sleep with me in my room. My aunt told me, she said, "No, we ain't doing that." She said, "This is Willie D's daughter, Zorn's daughter. You're not gonna bring that girl out here and sleep in the bed with her by herself, and her parents don't even know where she at." Boom. So was called out. So what she did, she slept with my aunt in her room, and I slept in a separate room. And the next morning, I had to take her back to her mama's house. When I took her back to her mama's house, her daddy pleaded with me. He told me, said, listen, if you let her go back, I let her come out sometime, and I let her spend some time, 'cause she couldn't come out at night. The daddy didn't let her out. That was the strict rule that they had in their house. Nobody didn't go out and party. There was 6 of them. So all of them together had to stay in that same house together. So getting her out was a freedom, and she set the example. So Mr. Willis told me, she said, listen, he said, if you let her come back, don't worry, if you want to come and take her to the movie and take her places, you could do that. But that was my thing. I wanted to do for myself. And the only way you could be able to do that, you had to have a man. So what did I have to do? I had to go get a job washing dishes. I washed dishes down in the Seminole Hotel. I washed dishes down in the Mayflower. I worked at the shipyard. And to the day that she and I got married, right on up until I think it was the 80s, she ain't had to work at all. Because when I came in Islam, you didn't put your woman out there working for the devil. See, in Islam, when I was taught Islam, you didn't let your woman go around the devil. So you knew the white man was the devil. So what you gonna go and put your woman around the devil? No, we took that full responsibility of taking our women off the welfare. None of my children on welfare. We didn't play that. Welfare and food stamps, we didn't play that. Because why? It made us man up as a man. So when a parent seen that, I said, okay then, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move back in Brooklyn. Because when we stayed in Brooklyn, I said, we're going to get a rooming house. You're going to be about 2 doors from your parents and your brothers and sisters. So you won't be cut off. That's how we made it. That's how we made it. We made it independent. I thank the Most High for that. What we're going to do right now, we're going to jump into this lamb and this salmon, this Indian rice. My brother Jeffrey got some honey. So I want to make sure, oh yeah, Sister Sharif got her own bar, candy bar. Make sure you get this before you leave. Her Hershey bar. Tonisha made sure that this was on her, and my daughter made sure that this was on deck, so each one of you will get this before you leave.
Thank
and,
you.
And we doing things to try to, we don't worship the person, but we try to keep their spirit among us. And I say this, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to close. You know, when I was over in Ghana, and I tried so hard to get my wife to go, you know, but the health situation has got bad, and she wanted me to go. But let me tell you something. When I got over there, I asked Brother Khalil, I said, brother, I said, listen, I said, when he told me, he said, you staying by yourself? I said, yeah. He said, man, well, we don't do that over here. We don't let none of the elders sleep in the house by themselves. I said, what? He said, no, that's not our custom. He said, like, you going back, when you go back, you in the house by yourself, something happened to you, nobody don't know what's going on. He said, we put one of the youngest ones there in the house with you to help you. That's the custom over there. And we don't put our elders in a senior place. A senior, put them away. Don't do that. So what I walked away from Ghana with, the culture is totally different. It'll just blow your mind. The elder don't sit in the back seat. When you ride, the elder don't do it. The elder sit in the front seat. And when the police see the elders in the front seat, let them go. You got to sit there and wait for it. No. If they get on the bus, you got to get up. When you see that puts up on your brain saying, where in the hell have we been? What's going on in our society today that we don't even treat our elders? We cuss them when they die. We gotta wait for hospice to come in and take them out. They don't get a good libation going out. Don't get nothing. Only thing we do is put them away. Let my brother know he's put away. He's put away. Nobody go see him. It bothered my wife that he was put away and didn't have a phone to even call. So when you learn the impact of what the culture does to us, it change your perspective. Never let your parents, a family member, stay in the house by themselves. They should be staying in here with me over the weekend. Because I can fall out. You know, they say, I say this and I said, Brother Financial Way say this and I say, look, you would know if you were some value in the community Because if you pass and nobody don't knock on your door for a week, 3 weeks, you was of no value. Nobody will come and see and ask where you at. You was of no value to the community. I should be able to say, hey, look, I ain't heard from Brother Jeff in 3 days. Let me send him, nowadays, let me send him a text. Let me see if he's going to respond back. And if the brother don't respond back, you're supposed to be at his house. You're supposed to be at it. If you don't hear nothing from that brother in 3 days, or a week, a month, a year, go by and you don't hear nothing from that person, you're supposed to be at that brother's front door. Boom, boom, boom. Brother, I don't want nothing. Just check. That's what Ahmed used to do. He gone now. He would call, brother, I don't want nothing. So the only thing I did was call and say, Salam alaikum. Hey, how you doing? Just want to hear your voice. Keep it moving, brother. See you next time. You don't even get that no more. You can send a text, you ain't going to get no response. You can send an email, you're not going to get no response. You can do a call, you're not going to get no response. So you know what they're doing on social media right now? If I don't see you on social media, you ignore it. So let us eat, enjoy ourselves. We got some slides and a couple of music I'm going to play for Sister Sharif that she loved it so much. I hope you don't mind. We play some of her rock song now because the sister did rock. Okay.
Bring it on. Bring it on.